Hey, this is the Kaufman is Alive YouTube channel. I look at comic books new and old. Today I'm looking at an old comic book, The Mighty Thor #2 by Marvel Comics. It's written by Dan Jurgens. John Romita Jr. is on art, and Klaus Janson is the inker. Talk about a dream team. And I love these late 90s Marvel comics where they have the pullouts, graphics with all get you the previously involved in and all the characters here. But we get some really awesome penciling work, and Klaus Janson's inks on top of John Romita Jr. is just some of the best ever. um, some people don't like John Romita Jr.'s art. I'm a big fan of it. He always draws these big kind of blocky figures and big blocky jaws, but I love his style. He's got his own sort of, it's almost like a Frank Miller adapted style that he took on, and man, it really works here with Klaus Janson's inks. This splash page is unbelievable. We've got the Avengers battling the Destroyer here. He's already taken out Thor in the first issue. We've got Thor's charred body here. I just love the way they draw and ink the armor here on Destroyer. It's so cool. Every little panel here has got a bit of work to it. Just so awesome. We got a great Avengers team too here. Iron Man, Scarlet Witch, Captain America, Hawkeye. I love this panel of Captain America just jumping down with his shield. So good. This is one of my favorite pages right here. It's got the 3-panel spread here with just the one big panel. I love it that it's just a giant action shot here. Destroyer looks amazing. He's got all the little spikes on his arms. Cap's got his classic shield there. Really cool. And Destroyer's just destroying, pardon the pun, all the Avengers here. Scarlet Witch is trying to protect Thor's body. It's a nice face there. And a nice leg. But he blasts her and Thor right off this pier. Thor's body goes into the water. They're trying to save all these people down here. Everyone in the background watching this battle go on. And it's colored in blue because now they're all going to be they're going to be in a lot of trouble now that the Avengers have been defeated. And this little silhouette of the city and it goes right into the black square here. Really cool layout. Some nice pages. There's Thor just enveloped in death. I like this page. He is enveloped in death, and that's literally what it says on the page. So he goes to the underworld here, and he meets Hela. Really, really badass depiction of Hela. All these little bodies like falling down, like souls down, and they're just like standing over them. I like how it goes from the blackness from the last page, then to the eyes of Vola here, who is Hela's assistant. And she says, "The one you've long desired is here." But then this other guy shows up, Marnot, and we don't know who he is or what he's about. And neither do Thor or Hela. But he basically explains that there was this other mortal that was killed during the battle with Destroyer, a paramedic, who would have gone on to save, lives throughout the next few years, but because Thor didn't protect him, he died and he failed. And Thor says he's filled with regret. And I really love this this page layout, as we've got Marnot explaining, these human characters who have been affected by this superhero battle. And if you've been reading or seeing John Romita's art on Amazing Spider-Man recently, he draws a lot of panels like this that are super simple, with just like a dude standing here, like in a doorway. But and it's a very simple drawing. But Klaus Janson's inks are just really make that simple panel like kind of stand out. And a good establishing shot is the paramedic who is killed. His name's Jake Olson, and his partner is explaining to his fiance that he's dead. And you can really feel the emotion here, like in this panel, in this one here. And this is really odd too. Like you can see some of the like pencil lines going outside of the face, and they still kind of inked it. They're still there. Looks really cool. I don't know if that was a mistake or not, but I love the way that he's depicting hell with just all these little souls or bodies everywhere as they're just like falling into the flames. But, the gods are bigger than all of them. So Marnot explains that there's still a spark of life left in Thor, so Hela can't claim him yet. And because Jake Olson was killed, Marnot is going to take Thor and Jake Olson back to Midgard, back to Earth. And we don't really understand why here at first. And we don't know who Marnot is, but Hela suddenly realizes who Marnot is. And I'll give you a little spoiler alert here at the end of the video and let you know who Marnot is if you can't already figure it out. But this is a really cool page. All like the power is just coming out of Marnot's hands is just like overtaking all the backgrounds here in this page. I love the little circle dots showing all the power everywhere, all the little ink blots. I love this panel of Destroyer just hoarding over, his victory here. He says, well, now that we've established the pecking order around here, you can feel free to worship me. On your knees, he tells all the people. And he's got all the trophies from the Avengers. He's got Cap's shield. He's got Scarlet Witch's cloak. He's got Iron Man's arc reactor there. He's probably got arrows from Hawkeye somewhere, but no one really cares about Hawkeye usually. But he's got them all tied up. And he sees Thor's hammer. And he tries to pick it up, but of course he can't lift it. But then out from underneath the rubble, in a really awesome moment, here comes Thor, and he just smashes Destroyer with the hammer over and over again. And we get the big comeback by Thor. This is a really great splash page here. Uses the tornado maneuver to teleport the Destroyer into outer space. He'd be back though. This is not his final appearance in this series. But Cap said, or it's Hawkeye. He says, "How about you get off your duff and cut us loose?" I like this panel down at the bottom here of the Avengers, looking off as Thor, jumps into the air. And Cap says, "Don't worry about it, people. The world presumed me dead for 50 years. 50 minutes is not a problem." So if you didn't figure it out yet who Marnot is, it's Loki. Yep. Up to his old tricks. So in the final page here, we get Jake Olsen's fiance. He's coming back to Jake Olsen's house. She says, "You should know better," coming back to his apartment. She opens the door and he's standing right there. So what's happened is Thor, and on the previous page, Thor doesn't know why the hammer is making him, change. essentially. Although we don't know that that's what he's doing, but he's changing into Jake Olsen, his alter ego here. And Jake Olsen, he says, "Who be you?" So he's got the thoughts of Thor, and Jake. There's no memories of Jake Olsen here. So that's the setup for this series. Really cool stuff. I really love this issue. I highly recommend the Mighty Thor series by Dan Jurgens and John Romita Jr. And thanks for checking out this video and subscribing to my channel. If you haven't yet, please do. And like the video. I'll see you on the next one.